Ladies and gentlemen, I am Wasaid Gonorin from Rwanda, IUCN Forest and Landscape Restoration Ambassador for Youth, with focus on Bone Challenge as a global initiative to restore 350 million hectares by 2030, and FLR 100, a regional African-led initiative to restore 100 million hectares by 2030. Thank you for inviting me to this important panel, which the theme of this is very unique, cultivating the next generation of food leaders, but also which resonates with the current campaign that we are running in Rwanda called We Do Not Want to Inherit Degraded Land. And obviously it is for the current, but also for the future generation. I'll come back to that later. So, while food security remains a global challenge leading millions of people to lack food, not having enough, or quality of food available is simply poor, that leads to chronic malnutrition, it is important to reflect on major challenges facing the Mother Earth as leading to poor food productivity, hence food insecurity. Starting with climate change. IPCC projected that climate variability would severely compromise agricultural production and access to food. This projection was assigned high confidence. African geography makes it particularly vulnerable to climate change, whereby 70% of the population rely on rain-fed agriculture for their livelihoods. Second, land degradation. Unless there is a reversal of the pattern, land degradation will remain a global issue for the 21st century because of its adverse impact on agronomic productivity, the environment, and its effect on food security, but also on the quality of life. Thus, prominent leaders need to fully be involved in breaking the cycle. Thirdly, allow me to also mention poor access to market and food wastes. Limited access to market caused by lack of infrastructure, limited access to market information is a major hindrance for economic agricultural performance, which also results into food waste, yet people, of course, are dying next door. Last but not least for the moment, also allow me to mention the limited access to extension services. Young generation needs to be aware and choose their career based on what the market needs. Youth in Africa represent more than 60% of the total population, and they are all the farmers of tomorrow. So insensitizing them to actively engage in the agriculture sector has significant importance. However, this requires investment in their education, exposure, but also in the practices on the ground. The role of technology solution in agriculture promoted by young food leaders is a game changer. In Rwanda, we have seen young entrepreneurs providing IT solutions that enabled farmers to access market information. Therefore, it is of great importance to engage and involve youth in decision-making, provide them with platform enabling to adapt and implement innovative strategies that foster food security. And also creating financial incentive mechanisms for youth and women to invest in agriculture will encourage them to join the sector. There is a very clear link with the Rwanda experience where youth FLR movement calls for government to sustain agro-productivity through landscape restoration. Since 2017, about 1,000 youth in Rwanda have been engaged in the campaign We Do Not Want to Inherit Degraded Land. Simply because land is the source of 90% of our livelihoods in most of the African countries. So if degraded and not protected, future generation will suffer from chronic malnutrition but also hunger. We have also been organizing symposium between high-level officials and young people to discuss these challenges. Apart from that, we also engage schools, be it primary, secondary, and university, to raise awareness about restoration and its multiple benefits. So global aspirations such as Bone Challenge and regional initiatives such as FLR 100 are great opportunities for reversing degradation across the globe, thus building resilience to climatic shocks, therefore sustaining the food security. Thank you. I wish you a productive Food Tank Summit 2018.